So my name is Alyssa. The chapter I chose was He's Blind for a Reason You Know. This chapter explains how when the author mentions something in the beginning of a story, like a blind character, it usually has a larger meaning behind it. The example the author used was Oedipus Rex, written by Sophocles. Oedipus had killed his father and married his mother. A blind seer mentioned in the beginning, who knows everything, brings light and basically opens Oedipus's eyes to see the wrong he had done. The one that was truly blind was Oedipus, but in the end he still literally ends up blinding himself. Thomas Foster also mentions the Indiana Jones principle, which is when the author wants the reader to know something about a character, they will mention it in the beginning and it tends to have a bigger picture. A relevant quote from this chapter would be, in other words, the author has created a minor constellation of difficulties for him by introducing a blind character into the work, so something important must be at stake when blindness pops up in a story. Clearly, the author wants to emphasize other levels of sight and blindness beyond the physical. For the literature example I chose, The Country of Blind by H.G. Wells, which is a short story of a man attempting to climb a mountain, but he slips down the side and stumbles upon a completely blind village. He attempts to take over the village since he is the only one that can see, but the people don't understand him when he explains what sight is. The end with the woman and tries to explain sight again, but the village elders say he's unstable and obsessed with sight, so they suggest to remove his eyes, and he agrees because he is in love. But the night of the operation, he flees the village. Basically, the village saw his sight as a disability. Both the man and the village thought that they were more superior than the other. For the film example, I chose At First Sight, which is a movie about a blind man who falls in love and has an operation to gain his sight back. Once he has his sight back, he struggles with making sense of the world around him and contemplates if the procedure was a good or bad idea. The bigger picture behind the movie is that even though he gained his sight back, he is still blind of what he truly wanted. For the music example, I chose Blind by Korn. In the song, he sings, "I'm so blind," and continues on about how he is lost in all the darkness that he is in. The true meaning behind the song is how he struggles with the drug addiction and how he feels when he is under the influence.